Upstairs now at Centre Stage, here at Central Station. I'm laughing. And we've just literally just come off stage, and I'm here with this wonderful woman, Miss Emma Lindars. Hello, darling.
Hello.
Now, for those who don't know you, tell us what musicals you've been in the West End.
In the West End? Oh, I started my career, I left college and I went into The Sound of Music at the London Palladium. And then I was lucky enough to get cast as one of the divas in the original cast of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert in town. So I stayed there for a couple of years, and then most recently I left and I went into Shrek. At Drury Lane, yeah, so it's been a good...
Is that with Carly Stenson, whatever her name is?
I wasn't in the year that Carly Stenson was there, but I started with Amanda Holden and with Kimberly as well, Kimberly Walsh.
So who's the better one, Amanda or Kimberly?
Not making any comment. They're both very lovely.
Both different?
Very different, absolutely, yeah, very different.
But Kimberly can sing. But I saw the show with Amanda Holden.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I have to admit, she was quite good in it.
Amanda's lovely. I mean, she ticks all the boxes, doesn't she, for everything.
She's wholesome.
She's a household name,
yes.
So she does what people want.
That's true. But where are you from originally? Are you from London?
Absolutely, I'm from North London, grew up in Arna's Grove, which is near Southgate. Yeah, I went to school in Barnet, yeah.
So what made you have inspiration to go into the theatre? Was it something you always wanted to do? Or?
I always knew I wanted to sing from a really small age, and I think I just followed the progression naturally. I went to a dance school, did all of that, sang in a choral choir, and had a lot of experience from a young age singing in massive theatres in London, doing some incredible things for a child, like proper offstage singing and on-stage things in like the opera houses and with the National Theatre. It was insane. So I followed all the natural steps of progression. I did my GCSEs, then I went to the Brit School, which was
in Croydon,
in Selhurst. Yeah, that was just an incredible feat. I mean, the school is just insane. The surroundings, everything, the facilities are all funded by Richard Branson, so it's really quite something. It was an amazing experience. I left there and I went to Mount View and did a 3-year degree in musical theatre. And then I got my agent, so it was a natural progression, really.
Because I mean, your voice is incredible. You have that octave like Mariah Carey, and go up, 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 and I went, oh my God.
I haven't got her whistle to I wish.
You have.
Thank you, it's very kind.
You really, really have. You really, honestly. And I was so glad when he said you were on. My DJ producer over there, Stephen, when he said you were on, yes.
Hello.
There's Steve, yes, we should get him in some cuts. He always tries to hide, doesn't he? He spends more time in that toilet than anything else. So was in that toilet, I don't know what he's eating in that toilet, but he's been in for a very long time. But tell us, anybody from your family, was anybody musical?
No, my mother isn't, bless her. I think she wishes she had have been, but she's completely tone deaf, and she'd say that, and how does it go, Mum? How does the tune go? And she could never tell me. But my dad's side of the family are always into amateur dramatics and things like that. And so I think I think it was more that side. But
were you that child who used to perform in front of your parents and at home?
A little bit, and I think they. From a small age, even at school, things like that, I just was up on tables when I shouldn't have been, being extreme and dramatic, and nothing's changed.
Yeah, but
now there's usually a bottle of gin involved.
I'm normally underneath them. But who were your icons growing up? I mean, who were the people that gave you inspiration?
I think there's too many, really, from everything from obviously the likes of Aretha Franklin, and I love soul singers, and I've got a passion, but then Eva Cassidy, I mean, the list is endless. Whitney obviously was a massive, for anybody that was born in the 80s, I don't know, and even before that, I mean, she was just the iconic
I remember
vocalist,
Blondie was mine, yeah, Blondie.
Yeah. I suppose it's all different, isn't it? For me, there were so many different influences. Like, I was trained classically, so I'd had influences from strange places, opera, things like that, and then I went to performing arts school, so his musical theatre was thrown in there, so you've got all of the theatre influences as well, so it's insane. Yeah.
So I mean, we're looking at I love
back in the day, that was musical theatre, wasn't it?
I mean, we were Bonnie Langford. We were Bonnie Langford.
But Bonnie's incredible.
Bonnie, and I think she's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody wants to go into music, what advice would you give them? To
be strong and stick to it, and train and work hard, and it's an extreme profession. I mean, there are so many highly skilled people that are out of work, in work, out of work. It's just, you just have to keep going and try and have another trade as well. Something else you can do on the side that doesn't get you down, so that when you're not work or when you're auditioning, there's something you can do to keep you. Yeah, absolutely. Just because it is tough out there. There's lots of people, and more people are becoming involved in theatre and involved in the arts. Things like diversity have been, the dance group, they've been incredible for young children nowadays. It's amazing. Like, dance has become trendy again for boys, especially. It's fantastic. So
yes,
you know what I mean.
Think like Billy Elliot, because I went to see Billy Elliot, and people think, oh, ballet dance, boys.
Absolutely. Just. I think it's great. I think we're doing well.
And what's coming up for you in the pipeline?
For me, who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's the thing about theatre, isn't it? You just never know. So I'm auditioning and doing bits and bobs and got things lined up, but nothing set in stone. So.
Well, you know they're touring with Hairspray at the moment.
Oh well, no, I'm too old for that. I'm too old for Tracy. She's got to be young and sprightly. Yes.
Past the stars.
Well, I don't think they don't. Oh, they don't want me, girl.
You have auditioned?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I've never actually been up for the show. I just know that I have never been in for it for that very reason. I think I'm too tall as well.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a tall girl.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I love you anyway. I mean, and these lot out here, they all love you as well.
I know. Just chat. We could talk.
We could talk all day. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you. All the people who listen to us down on Facebook, and thank you, Miss Emmeline House. Come on, everyone, Emmeline House. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.